What's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we'll be going over before you pull, before the version 2 Sanji banner on the global version, and we're going to do one for the Capone banner dropping, I believe, tonight on the Japanese version for One Piece Treasure Cruise. So let's go ahead and go into the news here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so the V2 Sanji Sugofest has just been announced on the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. And V2 Sanji is one of the highest damaging captains in the game. So he is an extremely strong captain. A lot of people have problems with him because he's a chain boosting captain, but overall he is very, very, very good. There's going to be the new Zeph, Peckums, and Baron Tamago will be available as well. Peckums is one of the new best units to have in your box. Pudding is very strong as well for the next couple of months. You don't really use her after the next 2 months as much, but you can use her in certain content. So Pudding will be very useful for about 2 months or so. And then Peckums is useful for probably about 5 or 6 months, just for a while. Zeph, really good color affinity booster, only on fighter teams. I didn't get the chance to try out Zeph on V2 Sanji teams that much yet, but you know, I'm assuming extremely good. So we'll have to see how that goes. I have used him on teams that happen to be fighters, like on V2 Akainu teams sometimes, but like I haven't like tested out Zeph on a V2 Sanji team yet, just because I just haven't gotten around to it. But Baron Tamago, I don't remember what he does. I don't know if he's good. I think like he's the most forgettable of the batch. I think he probably is good. I just don't remember what he does. Let's see here. So, of course, Sanji, if you didn't know, is going to be, if you have 6 crews in your fighters in your crew, it's going to be a chain boosting captain, kind of like version 1 Rayleigh, but he's actually going to get boosted also by 1.75 as well, and to give you a massive damage boost. I was running V2 Sanji earlier today, and we were doing somewhere between 1.8 to 2.6 million without specials. So, I mean, as far as the character goes, with marginal type advantage or some type advantage, he does a lot of freaking damage, and he does a lot of damage without specials. And when the most damage I've ever done with type advantage on every single unit was 3.2 or 3.3 million with a judge team with no specials, and that's with type advantage on every single unit. But this is with no. Sanji was doing like 2.2 million damage with no type advantage on any unit, so he does a lot of damage. So just know that if you had type advantage on every unit, obviously the damage would be even higher, so we'd have to see like where that would be. Overall, his special ability is 150 times attack inside damage to one enemy, and then if they're above a certain amount, it's going to be basically 50% HP or more. You get a 2.25 type boost. If he's a captain or friend captain, you get decreased chain multiplier limit, which is really helpful for the new Cracker raid boss that's going to be coming out soon. So just know that Cracker raid boss was one of the most useful reasons to have him. And then there was, I don't know if Cracker was a Coliseum raid boss. I think it was a raid. Can't remember, but against Cracker it was really useful. And then there was a couple Coliseums where he was extremely useful, and then to this day he's still beating Coliseums without any hitch. So overall, very, very good unit. When you pull Sanji, he's going to come at max special level, so that's actually a pretty cool thing that they're doing on global. I don't think they've started to do that on JP, but it's nice to see that on global you're getting max special level units right away. I think you got the Katakuri event where there was like a book where you could farm books right away. We haven't got anything like that on JP, but we do get a lot more skill books, so that is a little bit different. But a lot more universals and stuff around, so it might be a little bit different for you guys. Then going into the Sugofest details, let's go see what they are. Okay, it's going to be very good versus Coliseum Opera coming out. Opera Coliseum, by the way, I've been asked a lot today, is he good? Should you farm for him? Yes. 20% HP cut is always good. Plus, he gets strength beneficial enable for fighters, so that's always nice. Okay, here we go. Part 1 of the Sugofest is going to be on the 30th, and then Part 2 is going to be on the 1st. So it's only going to be Part 1 for 1 day, and then Part 2 for 2 days. So that's interesting. On Part 1 and Part 2, the first multiple is going to be 30 gems. The second and fourth multiple is going to be a guaranteed showcase character, which means a guaranteed banner unit. Anything that's on the banner, or if you hit the little button in the bottom left-hand corner, it shows you exactly all the units that are on the banner. It's a guaranteed unit from that pull. And then third, sixth, and eighth multi-pull is going to be a guaranteed Sugofest exclusive, which is just a guaranteed red. And on the 10th multi-pull is going to be a guaranteed Sugofest exclusive plus Recommended Sugofest exclusives will be rate boosted, and the recommended Sugofest rates boosted, of course, are going to be Katakuri, V2 Sanji, V1 Sanji? Or no, is that 6-star and 5-star Sanji? I think that might be like 6-star and 5-star Sanji, because I don't think V1 Sanji. I think V1 Sanji has a different one. Yeah, it's 6-star and 5-star Sanji. So you can buy 6-star and 5-star Sanji, 6-star and 5-star Katakuri. Then you can pull V2 Shanks, Magellan, all versions, Luffy, Kung Fu Luffy, V2 Fujidara feels bad, V2 Akainu, I think, and then Corazon. So there are a lot of characters that are pretty good coming up for the next few months in JP. Obviously, Kung Fu Luffy still being boosted on Global, pretty nice there for you guys. And then part 2, we got Sanji. Oh wait, no, I think it was V1 Akainu, not V2 Akainu. V1 Akainu, sorry, for the first part 1. Part 2 is V2 Akainu, and then we got Robin, Magellan, Monkey D. Garp. Don't sleep on the Garp, guys. He's still really good. He's good for a long time on JP too, because you're getting him early for JP content, so he's really good. And the rest of them not so great. So overall, I'm not really a big fan of the Sugofest in general, but you know, it's a normal Sugo. So if you really want Sanji, it's great. Going into the rate boosted golds, there's going to be, for part 1, you get all the batch units, of course, and then we're going to have Dex Oven, Bobbin, Strength Marco, Dex Shirahoshi, Int Koala, Sai Sugar, Quick Bartolomeo, Quick Diamante, and then the rest are doo-doo, so don't worry about that. And then in part 2 of the Sugofest, you're going to get Charlotte Amand, arguably one of the better units out of the Katakuri batch. Wow, she's good. She gets countered because she's driven, unfortunately, but you know, what can you do? Brûlé, then we got Quick Sengoku, Hina, Carrot, Treble, Cavendish, and the rest are doo-doo, so don't worry about those. Overall, the boosted unit pool for golds is actually not too big, so that's not bad. As far as golds go, there is a sizable amount of gold units that you're going to get that are pretty darn good. And I don't know... Let's see. I don't know if the Sugofest is all gold. I didn't see anything in here. Let me go see if we can find it. It doesn't say that the Sugofest is all gold. They have more stat boosts, super evolution forms. Yeah, okay, so this is the first Sugofest in a while that's not all gold. Is that true? Only state super evolution can be recruited other than the first tribe will cost 50 rainbow gems. There are no additionals. Did you guys see it? I don't see the thing saying it's all gold. Oh, guaranteed 4-star or better. Found it. Yep, there it is. It was just this weird spot right here. Found it. Okay. So here it is. Guaranteed 4-star or better. So yeah, it is going to be all gold. Not that it actually matters. So guys, if you're wondering if every Sugofest is all gold, then no Sugofest is good. All gold doesn't mean anything. So just know that all gold does not help you. That just means you can't pull silvers, but there's going to be a lot more fake golds. All right, guys, it is finally time for the Legend Capone Sugofest details, and let's go ahead and go over them. So the first thing, of course, is that the Sugofest is going to jump in tonight on October 30th, going through November 3rd. It's only shooter, driven, and fighter legends going to be available, and this includes Whitebeard Marco because he is apparently a fighter on Marco. So the Marco version is fighter, so I guess that includes him. So that's cool. Only the new Bege will be rated up. The 11 poster of each multi is going to be guaranteed 4-star or higher. The counter will reset on November 1st, and the new batch will be boosted against Coliseum Oven and be trusted characters for the November treasure mode. The first and fourth multi are going to be gold only. The second and fifth multi of the 11th poster is going to be guaranteed to be from the new batch. The third multi, the 11th poster is going to be a guaranteed legend. The 6th, 9th, and 12th, as well as 15th multi-pull, the 11th poster is going to be a guaranteed legend from 14 fucking legends. Jabate. But it's going to be V2 Sanji, Bege, V2 Jinbei, V2 Akainu, Big Mom, V2 Gear 4, V2 Dofi, Magellan, Enel, V2 Boo, V2 Hancock is a boo, Usopp is a boo, Aokiji is a boo, Ace is a boo, and Kizaru is a boo. How many is that? 5. So 5 of the 14 are shit, whereas 9 of the 14 are good. I mean, I guess. All right, so if you're missing like all of those 9, all of the top 9 of those, okay, you could go 6, 9, 12 multis. But if you're not missing like all of them, I mean, just wait for a better Sugo, to be honest. What? Okay, no. That's doo-doo. All right, so the rare recruit radar plates are going to be Goaty, V2, Gastino, Shifone, and then it's going to be Kizaru, Pudding, Tanaka, Marguerite, 20th Usopp, Raizo, Kuma, Perona, Heracleson, Timeskip Usopp, Van Augur, and Ideo. Wow. So literally only like 6 of the new rare recruits, and then like everyone else from 2017 or 2016. What the fuck? That rare recruit pool is god-awful doo-doo. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's just absolutely terrible. Okay. This is like the comment at the very bottom says it all. This is the garbagest Sugo I've ever seen. If you're trying to bring shooters back, Bandai, first off, you fucked up with Kizaru Limit Break. I'll go over that in just a little bit. And then the second thing, you fucked up just in general with this Sugofest. This is like the biggest debate. It's like, oh, this is me sick Capone. Capone's really cool, but then you just throw in like shit rare recruits, and then like the 14 unit pool of legends. Like, what is that? I can do 6 multi pulls just to pull a unit out of that 14 set. That's stupid. That's stupid. And you probably don't even rate Bege that much. So, guys, I'm just saying it. I mean, if you're going to be pulling for these units, I'd say freaking wait and just pull in the treasure mode. If you really want Bege and you need to have him on your account, I would just pull in the treasure mode, to be honest. I mean, at least you get the boosters, you save yourself some gems, you don't have to worry about the dupes and stuff. Just save your gems. It's like, there's literally no point in pulling in the Sugofest unless you are missing like all of those. And then you have to go like really deep. That's like 300 plus gems already, then 450, then 600 gems. Like, that's so many gems for units that you probably already have if you're spending that amount of gems anyways. Holy crap. Nah. I say nope. Not in a million years, nope. You have to be the most niche player. Like, you have to be a whale that has not whaled on One Piece Treasure Cruise yet to be pulling on the Sugofest. That's what my opinion is. If you're a whale that has never whaled, this is the Sugofest for you. But if you're not a whale, then don't pull. That's doo-doo. You need a pretty fire account on this Sugofest, not gonna lie though. You can get like Big Mom and Sanji and Jinbei and Kainu and like, but you can't get Shanks. That's the problem. So hopefully you pulled Shanks on the beginner Sugofest and then you just wailed on this one. Okay, so let's go over some of the new limit breaks. The only 2 ones I really want to go over are Ace and Kizaru. So Ace gets 250 attack on his limit break. Kizaru gets 250 attack on his limit break. Ace gets -2 cooldown. Kizaru gets an extra socket. They both get like additional stats, but here's where it really goes bad, okay? So Ace's limit break abilities, he gets quick damage reduction, orb seal reduction, and barrier penetration. Those are good for Ace. That's fine. Whatever. I would have preferred something else like pinch heal for a character that, you know, reduces your fucking HP. GG Bandai. Moving on. Going into Kizaru. Kizaru, before he gets that extra socket, only gets 100 recovery for his ability. So, I mean, he does get a little bit of bonus to that healing. I think it's probably like a 14k heal now, 15k heal. I know, it's a decent heal. To be honest, people sleep on the Kizaru heal. It's a big heal at this point. I mean, but when originally it was like a 6,000 heal, now it's like a lot bigger. So, his heal is actually pretty sizable now, as well as getting full bore orb ability. So, I mean, obviously Shiroshi's better, but, you know, that's not bad. Limit breaks are completely removes paralysis from himself, so as a shooter, that's interesting. Okay. And then Psy orbs matching for shooters. I'm not gonna lie, I did that. I limit broke him because I read that last night. I'm like, that's not bad. Psy orbs matching for shooters, I'll do that. But his limit break is doo-doo for Captain because he does not get that double special, which would make him fire. He reduces 1% damage from enemies, 1 turn of anti-healing, and when full HP goes through barriers. Much better barrier penetration otherwise. Now, Bege teams kind of lack on Orb Manipulate, and they don't really use... You're not going to use V2 Boa for Orb Manipulate, because if you're going to be using a beneficial Orb Enabler, there is already a beneficial Orb Enabler that you can use on that team that is better. It is it's a rare recruit. So, I mean, the rare recruit that you can use is already better than V2 Boa. And you can't use V2 Boa because you'd be using the Treasure Mode Boa. So Kizaru is still a good character if you're lacking Orb Enabler for your Bege teams, if you have Bege. Plus, Kizaru is the best friend captain for Bege as a shooter. It's not Frankie, by the way. It's not Frankie. If you think it is Frankie, you're wrong. It's actually not. It's Kizaru or, you know, V2 Kaido. Those are the two really good ones that I can think of. But beyond that, not really a ton. So there's two raids that got the limit break, and both of them went up to 5 sockets. We got Raid 2 Vol going up to 5 sockets, and Boa Hancock going to 5 sockets. The only real thing that I liked about this was that Boa Hancock got Psy matching for Free Spirit, which is kind of cool. I like that. They both got Barrier Pen and Damage Reduction, which is fine. They're both good sailor abilities to have in this meta right now, so that's great. And they got normal stats that you would see on Limit Break. So obviously the normal Boa is not better than the Kai Boa, but I mean, whatever you're gonna use for Chain Lock works fine. To be honest, these are not bad limit breaks. Free-to-play units, this is actually pretty cool. I like this. The Boa I would do, the Duval I wouldn't, and then the rest of the units on here are shit. They haven't finished all the rare recruits. The Usopp is sucks, and all the other rare recruits are not really useful. There aren't any good rare recruits that are in this pool, and we've kind of run out of good rare recruits that are missing limit breaks. There's probably like a few like hidden gems that you really want to get limit breaks on, but at this point we don't really have too many other characters that are rare recruits to get limit breaks. So mainly now we're just hoping for free to play units to get rare recruit to get limit breaks for the back end limit breaks. And what's cool about now is that we actually caught up with most of the limit breaks, so we don't need to worry about like older characters getting limit breaks as much, and that's cool. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, smash that like button. It really does help out and boost the ratings for the video, of course. And of course, if you do like the content on the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hope it helps out. You know, you guys do get more content that you do like. If you guys are looking for like newer game content, you guys are newer players, of course, make sure you go to check my Discord out. There's a whole section for new OPC players. It's in the description below. You guys check it out there. And if you guys want to check out the last couple videos, they're right over there. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.